Now, I covered a story that some of you may be familiar with. It's of Joshua Brown. He was the lead witness, the lead state's witness in a case against none other than Dallas police officer Amber Geiger, who was accused of murdering Botham Jean in his own apartment while doing nothing but eating ice cream on his own couch. So Joshua testified under subpoena, under the order of subpoena, because he didn't want to testify. And we all know the outcome of that. Amber Geiger was slapped on the wrist with 10 years in prison, which is his own field of controversy as well, right? Everybody's talking about that, okay? A lot of stuff happened at that trial that looked crazy. Judges hugging murderers, convicted murderers, and victims' brothers forgiving people on the stand for killing their brother, and just crazy stuff happened. Crazy, just, I can't believe it. It's like, what's going on? It's just people just kissing butt. I would like to add that there was a couple things people get narratives and they kind of run on them. And I would like to say, in the judge's defense, there is testimony she didn't let in that would have really helped Amber Geiger. A lot of people don't know that. There was testimony from two, psychiatrists or people connected to the police union that are respected in that side of the police union who said that they thought that Amber Geiger's actions were fair and reasonable. And the judge threw them out. So now maybe that hug that Amber Geiger received from the judge, maybe that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, just thought I'd give you that because I haven't heard a single person mention that the judge did that. See, we can't just run with narratives we like or that we're used to. We have to say, okay, here goes the facts, and we look at those facts. Now, a lot of people are talking about, hey, Joshua Brown gets gunned down. Some people said he got shot in the mouth. Lee Merritt, the attorney for Botham Jean, posted this on Twitter. It got thousands of retweets that Joshua Brown was ambushed and shot in the mouth. And we all said, okay, person gets shot in the mouth, probably someone wanted him to shut up. I know it's crazy, right? You hear somebody get shot in the mouth after testifying, being a key witness against a cop. People tend to, come up with scenarios. So anyway, well, today the Dallas Police Department, they made a statement. I'm going to play it for you. Just because I'm playing it, don't get upset. People are crazy. I'm gonna play you what they say, and then I'm gonna say something. But I want you to know what the findings are so far in this case that I told you I'd update you to.
My name is Avery Moore. I'm the Assistant Chief to the Dallas Police Department. I'm over the Criminal Investigation Unit. So first, let me thank you for coming out on such short notice. I appreciate it. City of Dallas appreciates it, as well as the Dallas Police Department. As you know, Joshua Brown was shot and killed October the 4th of 2019. He was shot and killed at 4606 Cedar Springs in Dallas, Texas, which is why we gathered here today. First, I would like to acknowledge Joshua's family. We in the Dallas Police Department grieve with you. We understand how hard it is and how much pain is related to losing a loved one. No family member should have to suffer that kind of pain. I want you to know that the Dallas Police Department is working diligently on your behalf to solve this case. It's our policy that we pursue all murder suspects. We pursue them aggressively, we pursue them thoroughly with the hope of bringing closure to the family. As you know, I've said it before, that we value human life. We understand that there are some in the community that do not, but the Dallas Police Department does value human life. Through the dedicated work of my detectives, we have identified 3 suspects in the Joshua Brown murder. Jacarius Mitchell, black male, 20 years of age. Michael Mitchell, black male, 32 years of age. Thaddeus Green, black male, 22 years of age. According to suspect Jacarius Mitchell, all three suspects came from Alexandria, Louisiana, to purchase drugs from Joshua Brown. Thaddeus Green was the facilitator. He's the one that contacted Joshua Brown. As they drove to the offense location, Thaddeus Green gets out of the vehicle, has a conversation with Joshua Brown, which escalates into physical altercations, at which time Jacarius Mitchell gets out of the vehicle and he states that Joshua Brown orders him back into the vehicle and shoots him in the chest. As he's laying in the vehicle, he hears 2 more gunshots. He says that Thaddeus Green shot Joshua Brown 2 times. According to the autopsy report, Joshua Brown was shot 2 times in his lower body. One was a through and through, and the other entered his body just below the spine, traveled upward, damaging vital organs. Thaddeus Green also took the backpack that Joshua Brown had, as well as the gun that Joshua Brown had. Michael Mitchell was the driver. He dropped Thaddeus Green off at an unknown location, and he took Jacarius Mitchell to Promise Hospital to receive treatment. He was later transported to Parkland Hospital, where he is currently in police custody. We will execute a warrant for capital murder on him today. We also received numerous tips as it related to the killing of Mr. Brown, and in that we executed a search warrant at Mr. Brown's apartment, where we confiscated 12 pounds of marijuana, 143 grams of THC cartridges, and $4,000 in cash. We have also issued capital murder warrants for the other 2 suspects, Michael Mitchell and Thaddeus Green. With true and accurate information.
First of all, let me say this, brother. You started off saying we value human life. There's some in the community that don't, but we, the Dallas Police Department, value human life. Kind of like not the way to start the conversation. What are you trying to say? Oh, that criminals who shoot one another may not value human life? Yeah, that's true. But without those people, we wouldn't need you, would we? So what good is it to say to decent people, hardworking people who are not criminals, hey, we value life? I mean, everybody don't value it, but we do. I'm sitting here like, no shit, man, I hope you do. You're a cop. And that sort of leads me to the problem that we have. This cop has an attitude. I get why he does. He feels like it's been wrongly accused. The Dallas Police Department has been wrongly accused. Sir, the only reason why people wrongly accuse you, if they wrongly accuse you, I'm not even convinced that you have been wrongly accused and you haven't been accused of anything personally. It's because it's such a long track record of police departments covering up crap. Laquan McDonald was just shot a couple years ago and people fabricated that story, hid footage, did all types of garbage in order to help Rahm Emanuel get reelected. In Baltimore, not too far from where I am, there was a cop running around planting drugs on unsuspecting people willy-nilly like it was no big deal. So excuse us regular citizens for not giving you all the faith in the world for all cops doing the right thing and all cops not going above and beyond or going below and beyond and not being criminals themselves. Because there are bad cops. There's bad citizens. Cops come from the citizenry. It's not like we go get cops from another planet. We get cops from the same pool of people that we get criminals from, or we get killers from, or we also get saints from, and people that feed the homeless. All these different people come from the same place. They have different experiences to lead them to become different people. Different people react differently to different situations. Power, money, poverty, abuse, stress, all these things come into play. But my point is, right now we got a lot of people who still don't accept this version of events. They say, wow, that was quick. Man, that was Well, Johnson, that was the quickest solving of a crime I've seen in forever. But to act as if, these people act as if they don't understand where it comes from. It's a distrust for the system. So I'm not going to browbeat people or go after them on this. They don't believe what this officer's saying. They think maybe there's a different scenario playing out. I'm not even going to argue with you. There's no way that I can convince you. First of all, I have no reason to. And second of all, how would I know? All I know is this. Based on the information that we have that I have no way to fact check, this is what they said. But I would like to say, if we assume that Joshua Brown was involved in illegal activity, if we assume that that much is accurate, that he did have marijuana, that he was dealing it, I have no idea why these people would drive from what I understand a far distance to drive all the way to wherever this took place, hundreds of miles or whatever, to buy some weed. They could have brought it home. I don't understand. I don't get that part. But it's also thought-provoking, or maybe it will provoke thought. That Joshua Brown was a college-educated young man. College-educated young man managing Airbnbs, and he also had a job on the side as well. What does it say about a country where that guy, who obviously wanted something out of life, ends up selling drugs anyway? Now, we can keep saying it's a flaw in character. We can keep saying it has something to do with where was his daddy or where was his mother. He's 26, 28 years old, I think. We're going to have to start looking at our society and how things are run, how things are conducted, the environment that people live in, the actual opportunities that are at hand for them. I remember Joshua Brown saying something about he was working as a scaffolding or something like that, totally not even close to the degree that he had. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse for him to deal drugs or be involved in his lifestyle. And according to the story, if we buy the story, he shot a man. All I'm saying is the deterioration, the serious circumstances, these situations that young people find themselves in, time and time again, we need to find solutions for them. Can't just say everybody's horrible and throw them all away. Why do we consistently produce people who are willing to risk it all and lose it all for money? If the obtaining of money and security and nice things is out of reach doing the regular deal. Or we could just say, hey, these black guys crazy, that's what they do, get away from them. Which is what most people say. And those are the black people, Johnson. White people don't say nothing because they don't want to be called racist unless they are. Ding, boy, I tell you, I hit it, boy. Just when you think everything's wrapped up and I'm going to be real nice and just play, paint inside the dots, inside the lines, there I go. All right, guys, we'll see what happens. There's got 2 fugitives on the run, supposedly. One good thing is all of these men, or at least Mr. Dracarius Mitchell, is in custody. He's alive and well. Maybe he'll get a chance to get on the stand and tell his story, and then we can see how that plays out. All right, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Real Tim Black on Facebook and on Twitter. I'm Tim Black at Night on Instagram. Tomorrow, I'll be going to see Crystal Ball and Cigar on the Hills, The Rising on the Hill. And I'll be doing a live show with them. And on Thursday, man, I can't wait for it. I'm going to have a great guest on the show. I'll be interviewing. This is going to be offline. We're going to upload it. Looks that way. Maybe I'll stream it on Facebook. How about that? None other than Dr. Sandy Darity, Professor Sandy Darity, to talk about ADOS, to talk about reparations, to talk about the racial wealth gap, and to talk about the presidential campaigns that he's worked with in order to help them craft their black agenda legislation. Yeah, he's heavy in the game. So be here, become educated. We can stop listening to what people say in tweets and what people say in comment sections and get it from the horse's mouth.